After considering what Israel's doing in Palestine, does Israel deserve to be confronted? But nations are tired of telling Israel not to continue its brutality repeatedly. So someone had to take a different approach, and only China had the guts to do it. China has sent 6 warships near Israel, signifying its support to Palestine. This move will discourage not only Israel, but also the US, which has been backing its brutality. But will Israel finally stop? Let's find out. Welcome back to another exciting episode of our channel. Innovation Diary brings you China's innovation stories, projects, and growing influence in different parts of the world. If you are new to the channel and enjoy learning about fast-paced modernity, especially China's development and growing power, you will find our videos intriguing. In this video, we will discuss why China has sent warships near Israel. We will also talk about the US's plan for Palestine, which made China take this action. Watch the video until the end to know how this action will shape the conflict. Let's get started. The Israel-Gaza conflict has garnered international attention, with divergent views on the situation. The United States has been a long-standing ally of Israel, expressing support for its actions in response to the conflict. China has consistently advocated for a peaceful resolution to the Israel-Gaza conflict. While the United States has supported Israel's actions, China believes in addressing the root causes of the conflict and calls for a diplomatic solution that respects the rights and aspirations of both Israelis and Palestinians. The Chinese government has emphasized the importance of dialogue, negotiation, and international cooperation to achieve lasting peace in the region. But as things are going out of control and the brutality in Gaza is at its peak, China looks forward to finding a quick and strong way to cease the war. As part of its commitment to regional stability, China has deployed up to 6 warships to the Middle East amid the Israel-Gaza conflict. The 44th Naval Escort Task Force, consisting of a guided missile destroyer, a frigate, and an integrated supply ship, has been actively involved in the region since May. Their presence is not intended to take sides in the conflict, but to maintain peace and security in the Middle East. The deployment of Chinese warships to the Middle East is part of a broader, long-running naval rotational deployment in the Gulf of Aden. This deployment aims to deter piracy along key supply routes and safeguard international trade interests. China's commitment to maintaining open sea lanes and ensuring the safety of maritime trade reflects its global outlook and dedication to contributing positively to international affairs. But what makes China involved in this matter like no one else? China has taken a stand rooted in humanitarian concerns. The Chinese government, moved by reports of civilian casualties and the profound impact on the lives of Palestinians, is advocating for the protection of innocent lives, adherence to international humanitarian law, and an end to violence from all parties involved in the conflict. Right now, the Western nations do not consider the human life lost by Gaza people important. By labeling them terrorists, the US wants Israel to end them. But this is not how any conflict is solved. But the Chinese government has expressed its distress over the loss of innocent lives and the toll it is taking on Palestinian families. China believes that the protection of civilians must be a top priority in any conflict, and action should be taken to ensure their safety. China emphasizes the importance of upholding international humanitarian law in times of conflict. The principles of humanity, neutrality, and proportionality outlined in international law are crucial for mitigating the impact of armed conflicts on civilians. China urges all parties involved in the Israel-Gaza conflict to abide by these principles, emphasizing the need for a fair and just approach that considers the rights and dignity of all individuals affected by the conflict. In advocating for a peaceful resolution to the Israel-Gaza conflict, China calls for an immediate cessation of violence from all parties involved. Recognizing the devastating consequences of ongoing hostilities, China believes that an end to violence is essential to creating an environment conducive to dialogue and negotiation. The Chinese government urges restraint and a commitment to diplomatic solutions to end the people's suffering in the region. China's involvement in the Israel-Gaza conflict is characterized by a diplomatic approach that prioritizes dialogue over confrontation. Rather than taking sides, China encourages all parties to come to the negotiating table and engage in meaningful discussions to find a lasting solution. The Chinese government believes that diplomatic efforts, guided by principles of equality and justice, are key to resolving the underlying issues contributing to the conflict. But isn't it a harsh move to stand warship near Israel? Before we continue further, tell us, are you enjoying the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos about China's development, power, and influence on the world. Let's continue now. So why would China take such a bold stance? Right now, the world is witnessing a dire situation in Palestine. Not only is Israel doing brutality, but powerful nations seem to be turning a blind eye to the suffering of innocent people in the region. In this critical time, Palestine is looking for support, and China has stepped into the spotlight. But does China need to be so concerned? Yes, China needs to be concerned. And the reason is rooted in an alarming proposal by President Biden, suggesting the extension of the ongoing conflict. The question on everyone's mind is, why prolong the war? The answer, it seems, is both perplexing and worrisome. Biden's proposal to lengthen the duration of the conflict has sent shockwaves through diplomatic circles, prompting China to take a keen interest. The fear is not just about the continuation of hostilities, but the underlying intentions behind such a decision. The focal point of this concern revolves around the U.S.-Israel alliance and their alleged plan to bring an end to Gaza and its people. The implications of such a strategy are grave and have not gone unnoticed by the global community, including China. Deliberately prolonging a conflict raises ethical questions and challenges the principles of peace and diplomacy. As a responsible global player, China recognizes the potential repercussions of allowing such a plan to unfold without intervention. It is essential to understand that the concern is not merely about the physical destruction in the conflict zone, but the broader implications for regional stability and global peace. The fate of Gaza and its people hangs in the balance, and the world watches with bated breath as events continue to unfold. As China voices its concerns, it emphasizes the importance of dialogue and a peaceful resolution to conflicts. The international community must unite to prevent any actions that could lead to the dire consequences hinted at by the proposed plan. China now finds itself in a crucial role, standing against what seems to be a disturbing plan by the United States to prompt Israel to bring an end to Gaza. China, however, refuses to stand idly by and has made a calculated move to safeguard peace in the region. China's stance is clear. It cannot let the proposed plan of ending Gaza unfold without taking proactive measures. China is committed to finding a peaceful resolution by deploying warships in the region. It's crucial to understand that China's move is not driven by aggression but by the necessity to protect the interests of the global community. The presence of Chinese warships near Israel serves as a deterrent, emphasizing the importance of dialogue and diplomacy in resolving conflicts. China's actions reflect a responsible approach to international relations. Now more than ever, the world needs nations to step up and actively work towards preventing conflicts that could have severe consequences for humanity. China's positioning of warships near Israel highlights its commitment to playing a constructive role in averting potential crises and fostering a world where peaceful resolutions prevail. This will put pressure on Israel, and it will think hundreds of times before taking a severe step. Israel knows that the U.S. won't stand with Israel for so long. If China takes a stand against Israel, the U.S. will be the first one to leave Israel's hand. So right now, Israel must take a move that does not bring harsh outcomes. It's because China is ready to react, and Israel won't be able to bear what China can do. We would like to take a moment here and appreciate you all for commenting and sharing your opinions. Your insights always impress us. Do you think China did the right thing to send warships near Israel? Will this discourage Israel from continuing brutality? Is it possible for the U.S. to do anything in this regard? Let us know in the comment section. With China's increasing involvement in the Israel-Hamas conflict, do you see the conflict ending anytime soon? Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video, and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence over the world. Until the next video, stay tuned.